Welcome Inner Universe community. My name is Sanchita Pandey and our topic for today is power of emotions. Emotions are really powerful. They are directly related with our physical health depending on what are the emotions we go through, good emotions, negative or bad emotions, and it depends on how we are responding to real life situations all the time. Now, you may not remember what somebody said to you, or did for you, but you will always remember how they made you feel. So the best things in life cannot be seen or touched. They can be felt with our heart. In this video, let us discuss about what we can do about the negative emotions. Suppose because of some negative experience, negative emotions are created in our body, and now we know that our health is directly related with these kinds of emotions. So what do we do with these emotions? How do we vent out these emotions? So here we go. According to Osho, you can just shut yourself in a room, shout out aloud, dance, do whatever, do all kinds of movements. Do, say, shout, dance, do whatever. Just move around in the room, and that is going to vent out those negative feelings from you. After some time, you'll just feel empty and light. So this is one way. Another way is, do you know there are journals, and it is written in those journals, burn the journal, or you can throw them downstairs. You can write whatever you would like to write there, all negative feelings about somebody, and you tear those pages. And that's it. But this is how you delete the negative experience, and once you delete, it should never come back again in your mind. So that is how you just overcome those negative emotions and feelings of resentment, hatred, anger within you. But this does real good for your health. It actually empties you from the negative emotions that you are feeling. You know, you can't be angry at the other person without first damaging some part of you. So it pays to just vent out these negative emotions. There is a story about a little girl who used to feel pain on one of her birthmarks. So they went for past life regression, and there they came to know that this pain was related to some kind of fatal hurt right there on that place which she had suffered in her past life. So why do I say this? I'm mentioning this incident because just to show you how important these emotions are. The impact of these emotions is so strong that they can continue with you throughout your life or even for many lives. So that is the power of emotions. So what do? We must listen, feel our emotions. We have to be aware of how we are feeling with someone, in a place, and we have to give importance to our feelings. In one of her books, Glennon Doyle has mentioned about her friend. She was attending a yoga class and she was feeling unwell. She was just listening to the instructor. Come on, don't quit. Come on, go on with the exercise. And she kept on doing those exercises, though she was not feeling quite well. And just after that, once the class finished, she was like too uneasy inside. And then she wondered, the door was always open. Why didn't I listen to my feelings? Nobody was stopping her. So this is how we are conditioned not to give importance to how we feel. She was listening to the instructor. You're tired of exercising and still you continue because your instructor says, come on, keep doing, keep going. Listen, your body knows. Your mind knows, you know it. But it all depends on how aware we are of our emotions. How are you feeling doing something? You continue in a job, not feeling good. You continue in a relationship, not feeling good. You keep visiting somebody, not feeling good. Keep, so many things. You just know. Why should you have something which you do not like to eat? So give more importance to your feelings. That is emotions. Louisa Hay has mentioned in her book, You Can Heal Your Life, how every disease that she was coming across in her patients was related to some kind of emotion within them. And the emotions were common for a particular disease. So, she has mentioned in her book, for example, if you are not very appreciative of something, you'll feel some kind of pain near your heart. You have to open your heart for appreciation. Now, if you have resentment against somebody, you may feel pain in your leg, so that, or in the knee region. If you are not able to speak out what you actually want to say, if you feel unheard in your house or where you work, then also you'll have pain or some kind of problem near your neck. So that is how she has mentioned so many emotions. If you are too critical of your family members, all the time you are criticizing them for something, and other people also, you may suffer from indigestion. So you see how your emotions are related with some kind of corresponding physical problem. Easterhick says that the small irritations you feel throughout the day, look, your room is so dirty, look, this should be done this way, behave like this, you keep telling people what to do, how to do. And these small irritations are responsible for the big illnesses in life. It is not worth it. So every day, be more aware of your emotions, how you are feeling, and try to ignore what you do not like much and try to focus on what you like much. That's it. It is so simple. A lady was waiting for phone calls and birthday wishes, and no, there was no phone call or birthday wishes from anyone. And you see, you always have a choice to change how you're feeling at any time. Now, there were two options. One, feel bad, feel like a victim. Another was take responsibility for your life and change your emotions. She chose the latter. It was raining outside. She started dancing in the rain, and then she ordered for a nice birthday cake, cut the cake, sang her heart out, and enjoyed her birthday. You are enough. You are whole. You don't have to wait for others to give you love. Fill yourself with love. How do you do that? By taking care of yourself, by loving yourself first. And this is not selfish. It is just you fill yourself with so much of love that you have something to give to others. You cannot give to others what you do not have yourself. So that is what self-love and self-care mean. I heard a student saying, I play the guitar sometimes just to relieve myself from stress. Now we are conditioned here also to relieve myself of stress. But the thing is, why should you continue doing something which is so stressful? So whole your life you'll just keep playing the guitar, relieving yourself from the stress. Take care of what is giving you stress. Give importance to that. That certain thing which gives you stress must not be there in your life at all. You are here to enjoy, to feel joyful, to feel satisfied, and to enjoy well-being and good health. So that is how we have to question our conditioned mind, our behavior from time to time. Anything which doesn't make you feel good should not be done. That is all. Even for manifestation, it is believed that more than your words, what actually counts is how you're feeling. The feeling behind the words. Is it of satisfaction? Is it of positive expectation? Is it of trust? So, is it of belief? Is it of, it must come to you. The universe is supporting me. I know these times may be difficult, but the best must come to me. Now, the feeling behind this, you feel safe. You have difficulties, but because of your trust, you are not fearful. So you see the feeling, check on the feeling. Do you look into the future with fear or with hope? Fear and hope, both are two different kinds of emotions. So if you are fearful all the time, what will fear do to your health? And if you are hopeful all the time, you will be joyful, satisfied. So this is the difference feeling creates in your life. And it is said, if you are feeling good throughout the day, that is how you change your vibration. All kinds of abundance will start flowing in your life once you just make up your mind to feel good all the time. Yet another area where we are conditioned to believe that crying is a sign of weakness. No, it is not. If you feel like crying, just cry your heart out. That is fine. Vent out those negative feelings. Just let them go away from your physical being. And then the positive energy, life energy will start flowing in your body. Crying means you are authentic, you are human, you are real. It doesn't mean that you are weak. No, not at all. You are real. That's it. And now it is time to get up and get going once again. Once again. Keep getting up and get going. When you do not succeed, it is just an event. It is not your whole life. Get up. Keep moving forward. Have you heard that song? One day, I was really sad. One day, just one day. So become the master of your emotions. Feeling sad is quite natural, but don't linger on with that emotion. Then it will just, it will just suck up your energy. So just shift your thoughts. Use the power of quantum mind. Shift from something, this negative feeling, to something positive. Yes, the good will happen in my life. Or you can just think of something already beautiful that happened in your life. So that way you can shift your emotion by thinking about something positive, that one positive thing that is still going on well in your life. As Easter Hicks has said, that is the way to feel good. So shift your emotions from anything negative and shift your emotions to something positive in your life. As Eckhart Tolle says, don't become your thoughts and emotions. Become the awareness behind your thoughts and emotions. So you are not your thought. You are disaligned from your thought. You are the watcher, witness of your thoughts. So your thought and you are not the same. Now you see, there is so much of awareness. You are the witness of your thoughts. As you witness yourself thinking something negative, shift your emotion, that's it. But what do you do with people who just don't make you feel quite easy? You can just ignore. That is all. Ignore them so that no new thoughts are formed in your mind, no negative thoughts are formed in your mind. That is fine. That is not unkind. That is being kind to yourself. And first and foremost is to take care of yourself. So if you are ignoring people because you want to feel safe and you want to feel fine and positive all the time, then that is fine, because that is what self-love and self-care means. Align with those who believe in you, who encourage you, who make you feel good. If you are feeling hatred or resentment against a particular person, then what you can do is make a choice right now and shift that feeling, because it is not good for your health, for you, for your mental and physical health. So just shift your feeling from that negative incident or negative person, because you know that your emotions are directly related with your health. And if you really love yourself, you must do this. Vent out the negative emotions, press the delete button, and then never think about that negative incident or people who do not make you feel nice about yourself. In order to heal yourself, you have to love yourself. So listen to your emotions. It is very necessary that we give too much importance to how we are feeling. That is, we give importance to our emotions. Another thing that you must remember always is not to give too much importance to the opinions of others, because that also creates lot of emotions inside you. You keep pleasing people, which you will never be able to do. So in order to feel positive emotions, just don't care about what others say or speak about you. Have self-knowledge, and you should know you are on the right path. That's it. That's what matters. Another thing is, why do we require this good and bad emotions both in our life? Because when you have tasted the bad emotion, now you know what good emotions are like. When you know what is chaos, only then you can appreciate peace. When you have seen hatred, then can you appreciate love. When you have seen lot of criticism, now when somebody appreciates you, you give lot of importance to that. So both kind of emotions teach us something, but align yourself more with positive emotions to live a peaceful, satisfied, joyful life. Now, what do we do when we are facing difficulties in our life? We want to grow, we want to improve, we want to change our thinking, we want to change the people we are with. We want to align with better people, better place, better things in life. But what to do with the difficulties that come on the way? Now, take difficulties as opportunities. Take your critics as an opportunity to learn. You don't have to become a victim all the time. Be a victor. Keep learning. Don't let the gate of ego keep you from learning and relearning and unlearning. So, the biggest of difficulties in your life actually empower you to become the highest version of yourself. Your difficulties are there to empower you. Now, this is a way the universe asks you, how badly do you want something? Do you quit or do you keep going? Now, if you are a victor, you'll just keep moving forward, one step at a time, but do not quit, and then you experience all the manifestations, everything that you have desired. But then you have to keep going. That is what we say, persistence. So you'll have the emotions of, defeat, or you feel like it's so difficult, so many difficulties along the way. But this journey is so important. You are learning a lot during this journey. It is teaching you. It is also showing you the real people in your life, and it is moving you away from the unreal, those who do not believe in you. And as you learn, the destination will actually seem more beautiful. You'll enjoy success because you have fallen down, you have seen failures, you have seen these difficulties. So these difficulties are not to be avoided. Stand amidst the difficulties and become a victor, because you are always supported by the universe. So this kind of unconditional faith in the power of the universe will keep you going. So your difficulties empower you. Always remember that. And difficulties are not big. Our thoughts about the difficulties are what make these difficulties too big for us. Your God is bigger. So always remember that the universe is bigger than your biggest difficulties. This is all in this video. Thank you so much, Inner Universe community. I send you my love and prayers, and my blessings are always with you. I pray for abundance, peace, good health, and lot of happiness in your life. Thank you for joining me here. See you next time in the next video. Namaste.